Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League lower bracket round 4. Today we have Shadow Frame versus Archon, and up first we have Archon's killer here, Albatross, playing Wraith on the Dead Dog Saloon. We've seen Archon pick Wraith a bit before in previous sets, so I'm very excited to see how they do. They've always performed pretty well on the Wraith set. We catch Lisu here on Claudette, but the swing comes just short. I swear, I thought I was going to hit. Very well played by Claude, making it to that pallet. We break the pallet here at the 3 o'clock tile. I'm using, for viewers in other regions here, I'm using the OC clock call, where it is 12 is at the top of the street and 6 in the street by Water Tower. We go at drop the shack, and we are in chase with Ace here. This is a fairly solid resource, fairly solid position here for Wraith, getting these resources out of the way. But the gen pressure is coming, getting put in the background. We could see one of the gens, I think, in Gallows here, about maybe 20%. We're going to go and kick it, putting that eruption on it. We're running Pain Res Erupt Corrupt with Sloppy Butcher with our Cloak Speed add-ons here. Well, Break Speed and Uncloak Speed, very standard Wraith set here. No totems this time, as there has been a balancing pass, and Thrill of the Hunt is no longer up, and same with Blood Favor. So this lowers the effectiveness of totem builds by quite a lot. So seeing Pain Res Erupt Corrupt is not a surprise here. We do get our first stand here on Vems on the Ellen. They go to 3, but unfortunately for them, the pallet and 3 has been taken, so they're forced to play this significantly weaker pallet here at 1. And we will be breaking that as well, getting rid of these resources early. We're going to go into main, a very strong loop here for the survivors, especially without any BAM for Wraith or crowd control to deny those window vaults. We do have 4X here coming in on Ace to take a hit for Ellen, but it looks like we're transferring the chase to them. They will be making it to the window, however. Wait. Okay, no, they don't. My bad. Uncloak Speed is very good. We could hear Vamps working away on the generator at 12. Oh, sorry, not at 12, at main. And we do see, I believe that is Lisu here working on that mid-gen. About 60% progress, eating that Pain Res, first charge of Pain Res use on our first fresh hook. And we do have Gallows as well being worked on here, about 50% after Eruption has hit it. So this is a, what do you call that? The gen pressure is there for the survivors, and it looks like we're opting to chase Claudette here instead of Ace. Lisu dropping that pallet at 2. Now forced to probably try and play that middle wagon pallet, but instead we're going to go up. Lisu immediately hops back on that gen, and we can see Matar here on the Jake, working away on the gen at Gallows. The gen pressure is getting here, is there for their survivor team. Albatross probably needs to look at downing 4X running towards the back here at 2/1. However, I don't know. I think there's no resources available unless a hit take comes through here. I believe we will be seeing 4X go down. And there we go, hitting that eruption on main, but not quite hitting the eruption on Gallows. Gallows does finish our first generator of the trial popping, and we could hear main and the middle gen here in the middle of the road being worked away on by our survivors. We have a flashbang attempt. Albatross does hear it and looks away, not getting blinded. They're not losing our hook. This is big, getting 4X onto Death Hook here, as well as having a good amount of the pallets in this 2-1 area broken, turning it into a dead zone. Claude here takes a hit as Albatross kind of fakes out a bit on the uncloak, and we have a flashbang here. And we do get the pull. Now all 4 survivors are injured as we take the hit here on Matar. Matar not in a good position, tries to go to the gen thinking they'll go for 4X, but we do take the down here. Will we take the Pain Res? The answer is yes. Getting a Pain Res here is pretty good, as a beamer attempt by Vems happens from the top of main, but not quite, as that Pain Res hits main. And we're going to erupt this mid-gen. This gets a bit more gen pressure away from our survivors, as I believe that main gen was probably 90%. We're now in the outback area here at the 8-9 going to 7. We're looking for 4X, but we could see your 4X managing to stealth at 9, looking in the complete wrong area here by Albatross, going to 6. A survivor finishes the gen at main about. Oh no, Lisu, look out! No! Wraith uncloaks behind Lisu, downs them, and we're gonna see a Pain Res here by Water Tower. This is disaster for our survivors. We can't be giving away the downs like that, as we have another Pain Res hitting that middle gen. That middle gen probably on regression event 4 or 5 by now, I think. And we do get a dry kick on the gen at Water Tower. I don't know. 4X be... Oh, disaster. As 4X gets spotted here, they will have to play these Outback pallets. Some of them are not as good as others. Oh, and they unfortunately don't... They unfortunately lose the mind game there of like whether they drop the pallet or not, and we will be having our tunnel out at 3 generators remaining. However, we do have a good amount of gen prog in that middle gen if they stop the regression, as well as the gen at 6. We will be getting an eruption here on the gen at 9, which is about 20%. We should be seeing this gen probably be regressed quite a lot as the survivors right now. I think we'll be looking for a reset. We went into the 3v1 with a person on hook, a person injured, and a person healthy. We did get the unhook, but going into the 3v1 with 2 injured and 1 healthy against Wraith, with a good portion of the pallets at the 1, 2, 3 tile being removed, and some of the pallets here at the outback bottom and outback area not available, such as Shack as a very strong pallet here that's not available. We do get the down, we do get the pick, and we're going to put Lisu on a hook here near 6. This is really good, as 6 is an active generator. We do see Matar here working away at the generator, but they are interrupted by the Wraith, putting Lisu on the hook. Are we going to dry kick again? Yes, we are. We're going to dry kick 6, just get it regressing, no eruption. I mean, that's a fair call. Waiting for eruption before kicking it, like, you're going to have to wait a decent amount of time. If you dry kick it now, at least you're able to move, but put some pressure on the map, especially in the 3v1 setting. Pressure is the name of the game here. If you're able to keep the pressure going, the survivors will struggle to pop a generator. Ooh, we do spot Vems here in this dead zone in the 1 and 2 area. We do get the locker entry, forcing a grab, which is very good for our survivors, but I think we'll just take a Pain Res hook here in the 2 tile. And this gen cluster of 1 mid 6 and 2, 12 mid 6 and 2 is very strong. With a generator at 9, we could probably look at, I mean, at this point, right, we might be looking at a 4k3, 4k2. It depends on what happens here. The gen at 9 can be like, if we're able to get the gen at 9 worked on and have a decent loop, right, we maybe might get to a 4k2, maybe a 4k1. But right now, it's looking rough for our survivors. With 2 survivors injured and 1 survivor on the hook, we're forced to pull while injured here. And unfortunately for our survivors, this is towards the dead zone here at the 2 area. And it is the death hook Claude here, Lisu, having to pull as Jake was in a chase. We do have the wagon here. They greed the wagon, and unfortunately this will not be... they will not be able to make it around. They're wondering if perhaps a survivor is lurking for the save. A beamer happens! A beamer goes through Albatross, looking the wrong way! We knew Ellen was lurking main, bestie. Oh no, that was game-changing beamer save by Vems. This perhaps might get them another generator. Insane play here by our survivors on Shadow Frame. Big shout out to Vems there, keeping them in the game. As if Lisu died there, the game pretty much ends, and like it's unfeasible for the survivors to get a generator done. But Matar here having to play this weird TNL at 5 is just, it's a bit cooked. And our survivor does go down. We're going to get the hook here. And we're gonna hook towards, yeah, we're gonna hook towards, I guess, I mean, hooking towards mid, hooking towards 6, I think are both strong plays. Mid is a pretty strong play. We do get a double reset, I believe at 9, as we did see a bird take. Never mind, I'm stupid. They did get a reset in main. I thought I saw a bird take off at 9. And it is up to our survivors here to play. It looks like Claude here is going to try to work a save gen at 9 while Vems lurks for the pull. Our Wraith here might be a bit scared that the survivor is going to sneak the 6th gen, as that currently did have the most progress. We do spot Vems on the 12th gen. This might prompt Lisu to have to pull here, as Vems will be going towards Toilet Pallet and taking a hit. Oh, they don't run towards me. Vems, oh no, we're running towards Lisu's gen. Now we see both survivors. This is disaster. This gets Wraith all of the momentum in the game, and it looks like we're likely entering our final chase of the trial here. It's not going to be much of a chase, as it is a 4k3 here for our killer Albatross, as Lisu is just, yeah, no, GG's. And we will be wrapping up this first game with a 4k3 on the Wraith. Like I said, a very popular pick here for Archon, and I hope we all can see why. I don't know, 4k4 win condition here for Shadow Frame is going to be very, very difficult. On a killer, as like killer Wraith DDS, a 4K4 is a tall order to ask, so it's going to be an uphill battle. But it's not over till it's over. We have seen 4K4s happen in this set before. So I don't know. We might see a 4K4. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. We have had two 4K4s on this set on Wraith in this season. So it's gonna be tough. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. A 4K4 is a tall order to ask, but it's not impossible. And I mean, both of these teams are exceptionally talented. And I mean, if they could pull it off, especially against each other, you know, like pulling off a 4K4 against a team like Archon is gonna be that's insane. That would be like I'd be proud if I could 4K4 a team like Archon. I'd be proud if I could 4K3 a team like Shadowframe. These guys are really good. So please stay tuned as we're going to go into the next set. A thing to note is, once again, Thrill of the Hunt and Blood Favor has been banned universally for the rest of the season. This lowers the snowball potential of Wraith. So getting that 4K4 might be a bit hard. We'll have to see. But yes, please stay tuned as we continue to the next game of our first set. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League Season 4, lower bracket round 4 here with Shadowflame versus Archon on our second game of our first set here with Archon's pick of Wraith. But this time, we have Shadowflame on the killer with Lisu playing Wraith against the Archon survivors with a win condition of 4K4 and a tie condition of 4K3. I mean, it's a tough win condition. But we've seen, like I said earlier, we've seen 4K4s before. Instead of Eruption, though, we have Bamboozle here on our build, which I mean makes main a lot more playable for Wraith. It is Painraz, Corrupt, Sloppy, very common picks here, and Bamboozle, another fairly common pick. However, without Eruption, the late game Gen aggression may start to falter, but we have to see when we get there. We have two survivors, I believe, doubling a Gen Apathy on a very good vault here by Albatross after taking that first hit. We do have Apathy and Julian here on Aurella and Quan respectively, doubling a gen. In the background, we're going to see 4 gens remaining very, very quickly. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they just double a gen and then 2 split, like Krax here now on Krax on Ada here now getting on a gen after having been chased out of main as the chase is being taken here. Albatross will... Oh, they do have this mid pallet to play. They drop the Firecracker. They do drop the pallet. Will they make it around? We do see another survivor, Julian, here lurking. Ooh, we try to swing, but Albatross just sends it. We're not playing that pallet. We're holding Shift W, making it to the pallet here by Gallows. Ooh, and they go back around. Very well played here by Albatross. The Wraith player of the other team knows the Wraith distances. Playing very well here. But Lisu, hot on their heels. They're forced to make Shack, and they will be dropping Shack pallet. We do take Shack pallet, however, we are uncloaked, so that is a regular speed break here. We have Cracks in the background, 50% on a generator. Lisu has to stop it. We have to get it down. We have to get a Pain Rest. We don't have Eruption. It's going to be an uphill battle at this point in the game. Like, realistically, we could probably try to shoot for like if we get a really strong Force Slug going, but it's very unlikely at the moment as all the survivors, save one, are healthy. And we have a healthy survivor in chase, so we don't even have Pain Rest on the board. Okay, now the injured survivor is reset. We have 4 healthy survivors with a gen at 60%. I mean, even if Ada just takes a tag and holds Shift W to the edge of the map, I don't think we're getting a Pain Rest before this gen pops. Yeah, no, it's gonna be rough here. I don't think hitting the 4K4 WinCon will be happening, but we could try maybe for a 4K3 Tycon, but in order to get that, we do have to get our tags fairly quickly here. We have this long wall pallet, and we do take the tag as Cracks does greet it quite a bit. However, in the background, a generator pops, putting us in our tie condition of 4K3. This is insane gen pressure, by the way, by our Archon survivors. Very well played. Lisu here needs to get a tag not just a tag, a down very soon. We need to get a Pain Res going as Apathy unfortunately for Shadow Frame, is popping that last gen, giving the first set to Archon. Very well played here by our Archon by Team Archon, both their killer Albatross and their survivor team. Albatross, Julian, Cracks, and Apathy. Insane gen pressure here, getting 3 generators done, trading by the time 2 tags comes up. Sorry, getting 3 generators done by 2 tags, and getting 1 reset on one of those tags as well. Getting another reset here. We do get a hit here on Apathy. Diabolical hit through that pallet stun. We get the break. Looks like Apathy here has to play the outback pallet. Wraith tries to prompt steal, but unfortunately was not quite fast enough, and we do get stunned while cloaked into a blind. And as we all know, a stun while cloak is a very long stun. And this buys the team another generator. Very good chase here by Apathy, despite taking a very unfortunate hit through a pallet stun. And it looks like we are going to get a zoning break here into a down at the edge map as we are forced to play this Z-wall. Not really playable. We try to fake the window. We go down. We're going to get our first hook. Probably, maybe Lisu should look for a Pain Res here by Gallows. Or will we do a fast hook? Now we're going to go for that Pain Res here by Gallows. It's honestly, it's rough. Archon is absolutely insane on the Survivor. We've seen them time and time again play extremely well. But hey, this is just Archon's pick. Up next, we do have Nurse on Ironworks of Misery 2, which is Shadow Frame's pick, and I'm very excited to see another Nurse set. Ironworks 2 is a pretty tough map on Nurse, and we have seen mostly stages this season. But it's, you know, it is result versus result, so even if both teams get stages, the better result still wins. Very excited to see how it goes. We have Albatross here in chase. Oh, the Albatross just knows the distances of the Wraith Lunge. They know when they can greed. They don't even try to drop the pallet. They do take an M1 tag there, as the Shack pallet was unfortunately not dropped. But holy hell, what a... That's crazy by Albatross not getting hit there. We do get the catch the unhook here. I believe they were trying to reset Aurella here, Apathy. And we do get a tag on Julian, and we're going to go drop. And we have to go check on our generators here, as our survivors are possibly working away on this generator at 1. Will Wraith catch them? They looks like we will. We're going to see our survivor here. Cracks drop the pallet. Unfortunately, they kind of have to play this 50. Oh, they have any means, and they vault, and they'll unfortunately take the hit there. It's very unlikely they get out of there unless they get an insane play. Like if we saw maybe an any means pallet lift into a pallet stun, that would have been very clip-worthy. That would have been wild. But with that generator at 1, yeah, it's just... You just kind of have to play for a fresh hook here and get your best result here. Albatross in chase at 6. Everyone's injured. We get another lunge, but Albatross once again narrowly dodges it, knowing their spacing. Oh my! We have another pallet here. Albatross plays in, gets the pallet stun. And they're off trying to make it to the gate. We have no hit takes available as every survivor is injured. Perhaps we will see Apathy come here to hit take, so instead of a 3-stage 1 fresh, it will be a 4-stage 2 fresh. Ooh, we get a locker entry. But unfortunately for our Ace here, it still connects. Though to be fair, I'm pretty sure if the swing didn't connect, Ace would be sitting in that locker, and they will play probably for like force a locker pull, so the other team gets time to reset, get out, no slugs happening. Will Ace wiggle free? It's going to be very close, but not quite. One wiggle off. And we are seeing what our survivors are up to. We have King Julian here, kind of just walking around the middle of the map. We have a reset happening in Toilet Pallet. Our killer searching for our survivors, hoping to maybe catch a cheeky reset close by. But at this point, right, like Julian is in position already. The other survivors are getting that reset. We have lots of time. They are likely going to go for a save. I believe we have the gate here at 12 open. Perhaps we also have the other gate open. We'll have to see. Alright, all the survivors have fully reset. They are likely going to come for a save. We see a bird take off at the middle of the map. We see Julian at this 5 tile going to water tower. Aurella coming, Apathy here coming through the mid. I don't know. This is going to be a tough pull. It is very far from the gates, so they have to execute this pretty well. We have Julian gonna take a tag. Are we going to opt to just chase Julian? this is likely a likely a possibility here. They have to play the hit takes. We have Ada here. Oh, insane body block by Ada, and Aurella Julian is out of there. And I believe all the survivors are making it out at this point. Very well played here. 2 stage, 2 fresh. But it's not over yet, as we do have our nurse set here coming up for Shadowframe. Very, very well played by the Archon survivors. That save at the end, very good. Very good decision also to go for Julian, as you're unlikely to like get anyone right in the 2-person save there. Unfortunately, Ada was just there. They had 3 health states to play, 3 healthy survivors to play with, which is 6 health states in total. And they just took the hit takes, and like as well as an extra health state for 15 seconds after that unhook off of Albatross. Yep. Yeah, no, they got that out. I was honestly thinking they'd just take it and leave, but no, they play for the save. Fair enough. Getting best possible result there of 2 stage 2 fresh. But we will be right back as we go off to nurse. I'm very excited to see once again another nurse set here. We are averaging about 6 stages. If you're excluding the 1-4K2 that happened, I believe we are averaging about 5 stages. And I think the 4K2 kind of brings it up to like 6 to 8. We did have a 1-9 stage game, a 4K2 game, and then the rest of them fall under the 3 to 6 stage area. So not a very difficult map, I feel, for nurse, especially with the perks the survivors are allowed to take, as she is a tier 1 killer. So the survivors are very lenient choices of perks here for our survivors, and not a lot of stuff available for our nurse player. But anything can happen. And once again, these 2 teams are exceptionally talented. And I'm very excited to see Shadowframe's pick on nurse on our second set here. So we'll get that lobby set up for you guys, and I hope to see you guys in a bit, and stay tuned. Hello, and welcome back to Blood Rush League main lower bracket round 4 here with Shadowframe versus Archon. Here we have Shadowframe's pick of Nurse on Ironworks of Misery 2 with 4x here. On the Nurse here for Shadowframe with Dying Light, Ruin, Eruption, and Corrupt, and there goes Ruin. I'm afraid such is the life of our hex perks. But we do get a very fast tag here on Lara, and it's as expected, a very fast down. Our survivors should be working away at our generators in the background. It looks like our Delhi player has already left and went to go lurk for the pull, as we do have a Jet doubling in the background. It's very good first down here. In a decent position for the nurse, as not a lot of gen progress has happened. We've seen instances of survivors stealthing the nurse quite a bit, and the gens getting a decent amount of progress before first down happens. But we do catch the double here, and we're probably going to see a pull happen. Because of this, we get Eruption on the gen. The pull happens almost immediately. A very good punish here by our survivors, making sure the nurse is not able to like get the kick, get back to the hook, force a trade of a health state or a full down for that hook. The Delhi player gets the pull, and they even get the heal. I do believe the medkit came into play there, maybe. Or perhaps, I believe it's Will Make It, the perk that doubles your heal speed after you unhook a survivor for 60 seconds. That might have been in play as well. We're going to see Albatross here is in a chase. You're going to get the down fairly quickly. Like I said, it's Nurse. This is a very strong start. Not a single gen has popped. We have a survivor on death hook. We're going to hook towards that mid-gen that they were, I believe, doubling. But will they finish it? We get the hook. The generator pops in the background. And we do get a hit on Claude, maybe as she sprint bursts, but a 4x leading that sprint burst exceptionally well. What a play here, getting Apathy injured. Insane blinks by 4x, despite the sprint burst movement. Able to track and like a homing missile, 2 blinks and a down. We do get the pull in the background onto Albatross here, and the 4x is back at it here, undetectable thanks to their add-on. And very strong position here. A down survivor, an injured death hook survivor, 3 gens remaining. We see the pools of blood. 4x sees the pools of blood, surely. We know Lara went to the jungle gym to the right here. Oh no, but has Lara evaded 4x? Has 4x missed the pools of blood? Very, very crazy. Lara manages to evade our killer. Losing the tunnel out here is disastrous, as this brings our survivors a lot of pressure back into the game here. If Albatross gets reset, it might be a bit of a nightmare for our killer. Oh my, well played by Archon here, but they have to make sure Albatross doesn't get found. If we find Albatross, if we get Albatross out of the game right now, a 1v3 against Nurse at 3 generators remaining is pretty dire. We're gonna see a generator here at the 1 o'clock side. Going to get that kick in. It's 50% progress. We're gonna get it regressing. Immediate 5% progress loss, followed by placing Eruption on that generator. It is now up to our survivors. With all 4 survivors healthy, it's up to 4x to find someone. And it's up to our survivors to stealth and get these gens done. I think going to this bottom gen is very scary. We do see Julian here on Quan at our Shack generator. I think doing a chase at Shack is risky, as all of our gens are topside. Get a blink. Julian is running edge map. Julian is also the Delhi player, which is devastating here. This is probably the worst player to find, I feel. We do get a hit. Imagine if Albatross was not able to stealth earlier at that 11 tile. Oof, generator at 1, I believe, has finished. And it is a 1v... And if this was a 1v3 right now, this would be a lot less safe. What a jiggy by Julian. Going left, faking right, dodging the second blink, getting this, baiting the swing as well, getting the maximum amount of fatigue here for our Nurse. And we do get the down here. We're going to get the pick. We're going to see another gen pop in the background likely, as our Delhi player is going to be put on the hook. And it looks like I was mistaken, and the Will Make It is not in play on our Delhi player. Instead, it was just medkit to get Albatross reset that quickly. Fair enough. We're gonna get the hook. Our generator spread is a bit spooky right now. With mid, I believe 11 main and Shack. Not the best spread here. I don't think it's even defendable. Like on Nurse, who struggles to get around the map a bit, that movement speed not helping. You have to spend those blinks to get around. Her macro on large maps is not very strong, which I think before Blight was nerfed to 4.4, I think Blight was the strongest killer in Dead by Daylight due to the macro pressure Blight has. They have strong macro pressure and almost just as lethal chase potential as Nurse. It's just now with Blight 4.4, that chase potential is a bit less lethal, and the macro is also very slightly worse. I would say like it's not as terrible as he does have Blight Rush, but yeah, I don't know. It now puts Nurse and Blight a bit more in contention on who is the best killer in my opinion. But we do spot Claudette here. I think at this point we might have Forex might decide it's time to play for stages, and we're gonna go get chase Apathy here at the 2 area. Apathy is going to run to the edge map, probably die here. Last gen might pop, and we could probably see 6 stage 3 fresh. We do get Eruption. The generator Lara was working on has popped. They're doubling the gen at mid here. Does Lara finish the gen? Oh, we do spot Lara going for the hook. The question is, do we kick the gen? Do we go for the hook? Who do we go for here? Lara hits the Dramaturgy. That takes a hit anyway. And we are now exhausted, unable to dead hard. Last gen pops, and we are in our endgame scenario here. Best persons to find is Apathy, Julian. Apathy and Julian are the second best people to find. I think Krax is the absolute best person to find. As if we down them and hook them, we will be seeing possibly 7 stage 4 fresh instead of 6 stage 3 fresh. Ooh, we do spot Claude here. We will be getting Claude. Apathy not really able to play anything here. Julian plot twisting in the background, however. Will we see? The question is, will we see an unhook attempt? We're pulling slightly away from the gate here, going to be hooking towards the middle. So the survivors here have to make a choice. Are we going to play for this hook stage? Or are we just going to leave? I wouldn't be surprised if they just say, fuck it, we're leaving, get the 6 stage 3 fresh. If they play for the save, they're risking potentially 1 or 2 more stages. And at worst, 3 stages and a fresh hook. I don't think that's worth it. I think we just take the out here, get the 6 stages, and play for a 6 stage 4 fresh win condition, or a 7 stage with a 6 stage 3 fresh tie condition. It'll be absolutely wild if the survivors manage to pull this and get everyone out against Nurse too. But hey, it's Archon. They did pull off an exceptionally strong save last game, so we'll have to see this time. You can see here our survivors are kind of just lurking around the exit gate. Ada's kind of slow walking into the edge map wall. Yeah, okay, I think they're just leaving. Albatross moonwalks out. Quan kind of just looks at the wall. Ada takes her leave, and we will be seeing 6 stages and 3 fresh hooks for our killer here, Forex, which is on the upper end of our average expected hooks here for Nurse, which is, I mean, hey, take those. 6 stage 3 fresh. This puts our win condition for our survivors at 6 stage 4 fresh, or 7 stages. With a tie condition on 6 stage 3 fresh, just with the same for a same result tie. On Nurse, it's a fairly respectable result. We'll have to see how Archon does on the Nurse set. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they have a cracked Nurse player up their sleeve. Archon has performed, again, exceptionally well this tournament. Same with Shadowframe. So, we'll be right back, and honestly, like, I'll see you guys in a bit. Hello, and welcome back to Blood Rush League Season 4 lower bracket, round 4 here with Shadowframe versus Archon. We have Archon on Shadowframe's pick, which is Nurse here on our second set, our second game. We have Albatross, the Lara from last game, here on the Nurse, once again killing for Archon with a win condition of 6 stage 4 fresh, or 7 stages, with a tie condition of 6 stage 3 fresh. I must say, Albatross stealthing away at 11 last game when they were on Death Hook at like 4 gens. Absolutely game winning. I honestly thought we were looking at potential 4K, but they managed to turn it to average result there by Albatross not dying. We catch Ace! Ace with a bit of a jiggy. They're dodging that hit. Very well played with 4x here. The Nurse from last game. Ooh. 4x playing really well. It looks like Albatross is deciding... Oh. Albatross got a little, maybe a little spun, a bit lost there by Ace's movement. 4x here, playing really well, playing around this rock on edge map. This is an insane play by 4x. This first chase is, danger as we run into the Nurse. Unfortunate as 4x tried to predict a blink, but Albatross held that blink slightly a bit long and noticed the double back, and we will maybe see it down here. We get a fatigue zone, perhaps. Very good patience here by Albatross. We'll have 2 blinks up for this. Oh my god, we get a fatigue. And we do get the down there. Very well played here. And we will be hooking 4x here, and we have our survivors working away at our generators in the background here. We have the main gen. We have, I think like this is mid towards 3. Like 3 mid gen. We will be hooking in main. A devastating hook here for our survivors. Also, once again, we are running Erupt, Corrupt, Dying Light, but instead of Ruin, we are opting for Call of Brine, which is another very, very valid pick here. We have seen variations of these perks ran. We've also seen Corrupt, Ruin, Eruption, Call of Brine as well. Dying Light also is very popular, so like we do get the hit here on Claude as we pull our Ace. We now have Claude and Ace in a chase, and looks like we will be committing Ace. We do get the ball. Oh. Is this a DS play? It is not a DS play, 4x. No, not like this. And we do get the hook back into main, putting a survivor at Death Hook at 5 generators remaining. Oh no, disaster! This is very, very good here for Albatross. do spot Ellen. We take a tag on Ellen. We now have 2 injured survivors, 1 healthy survivor, 1 generator finished here at the mid 3 gen. We do get the pull here onto Forex. We do get the FTP onto Forex. This might be an insane FTP. Very fortunate for our survivors that the 1 uninjured survivor was the FTP. However, now we have our Deathhook survivor once again in a chase here. Forex at the 3 tile. Sending it 4, sending it 5. At the 5 edge map rock, will we see a tag here? We'll force a blink. Ooh, a bit of an auto aim perhaps into the rock. The blink not connecting. Forex sending it towards that 6 area. Forex needs to make this chase last if they want to have a solid result here. As remember, our win condition is 6-stage 4 fresh, or 7 stages with a tie condition of 6-stage 3 fresh. A generator pops in the background. Forex, will they be going down? Ooh, we got a fatigue. Forex sends it once again. Their chase is unlikely to last much longer. And they do go down on the next set of blinks. We will be getting a hook here, and we will be getting our first survivor out of the game. A thing to notice, Forex has the med kit, but is not the deli player. And we will be seeing our first sacrifice of the game here at 3 generators remaining against Nurse. This is danger zone for our survivors. We need to get our gens popping very quickly before we start losing control of this match, as Nurse has notoriously quick chases. A thing to note, the medkit not on the deli player might be a bit of a mind game. Some teams like to do this, as it's very common to see the medkit on the deli player. Instead, we have a medkit on a non-deli player, and we do have the deli player on Claude here, Lisu, who did activate deli on that first pull. Albatross knows that 2 people have pulled are Lisu and Matar. So if they don't fall for the medkit has deli trick, they could very much realize that, hey, this might be the deli player. But a gen does pop in the background, and we will be down to 2 generators remaining. You see Ellen finish this gen. She gets a gen, she takes a tag, and we're down to 2 injured, 1 healthy survivor in a 3v1 at 2 gens remaining. Will Ellen make it anywhere? She makes it towards the edge map here, but will be going down as... Again, Nurse has a notoriously fast chase. Not much she could do sometimes. We will be taking our hook here at the 9 tile. Oh no, we'll be taking the hook towards the mid. Will we make it? It's likely that we will. We probably are at wiggle 8 right now, so we have 2 more wiggles. We get the hook, get another stack of Dying Light. And I believe we see a survivor edge map. It is Matar here on this Z wall. We get the blink, we get the hit. Matar is now injured. Vems gets pulled here. And they are broken. I believe this is second wind. We will see in probably like 10 seconds. Matar here taking the chase, man. It is the second wind as they go from injured to healthy. We get the fatigue here. Oh, they fake the pallet, force the locker pull. But we will be getting down. Yeah, we're just forcing the locker here. As Matar had really nowhere to run. They got a bit body block there. Perhaps if Nurse was to the left, they could have wrapped around to the pallet and forced a blink instead of... yeah, but we do get a... what do you call that? The down there. And we will be getting another hook stage. This puts us at our 3 fresh hooks that we need. So we are at 5 stage 3 fresh. So if we get 1 more hook, it's going to be a tie. If we find Claude and hook Claude despite her being deli, it's a win. So Claude is now, like, deli is not really in play anymore, as if Claude gets hook, it's a bit over, and we know disaster strikes as Claude is in chase. Claude has to loop for 2 generators and exit the trial here for a win for Shadow Frame. But it is looking dire as Claude will be going down. What a max range lunge that was. And with that hook, that secures Archon this set and perhaps the match. Oh wait, sorry, the set and the match. What am I saying? With a 2-0. Very strong performance here by Archon. 6 stage, 6 stage 6 stage 4 fresh here, taking that win for them. Shadow Frame put up one hell of a fight. Some strong performance from their nurse player, strong performance from their survivor player as well. Forex's first chase, this game was absolutely insane against the nurse. Very well played by them. But Albatross, honestly, the fact that Albatross managed to re-stealth last game, I swear, it probably won them this set. That was an insane re-stealth by Albatross. Definitely, that was the biggest, the most hype moment for me this entire match. Like, it was absolutely insane, turning up from what looked like a 4K to 6 stages. Like, crazy. But it is looking like we might maybe see like a 9 stage on this game. 8 stage, 9 stage. We're 1 generator remaining, 2 injured survivors. We have Claude delying. We have Matar in chase. I believe Matar is the FTP player. Vems was the dead hard player. I believe Matar is FTP DS. But this means that they have to pull Matar here if they want to get him off a hook. Last gen should be probably getting worked on right now. We do see it at 40%. Matar here in chase. We said Blink 1. Will we catch with Blink 2? We're gonna fatigue here. Oh no, we're not running to the active gen. This is not ideal here for our survivors. Matar playing really well here, forcing the fatigues, playing like the footsies the survivors are doing in this game, making Albatross kind of second guess that second blink sometimes, allowing them to loop for another, allowing them to loop again for another set of blinks is big. We're gonna be checking lockers here. I think Albatross has a feeling Vems might be lurking around. They are, but not in the lockers. We're gonna get a kick on that gen. Lusu's working away on a gen on the opposite end of the map here, and I don't know, we're looking once again for Vems. Oh no, we spot Vems! No, not like this! We get a blink, we get a swing, and we get a miss. However, that was only blink number 1. We still have blink number 2, and it is, yeah, we're back to 2 blinks right now. We get the pull. Will we get the down again on Jake? Vems here buying as much time for their team as they can. However, they will be not getting tagged here. They're running it main. Lisu is working away at the generator here. We might see, what do you call that? We might see a 4K0 come through here. We're gonna drop the chase there. We're gonna have to send it towards the other gen, as Albatross is worried that that gen might finish, as they have been in that area for quite a while, and their intuition is right. Very good game sense here. We get the down on Lisu. Tragedy. And we will be kicking their generator. We will getting the pick on Lisu, as they are aware that Delhi players often run unbreakable. We do have Plot Twist DS on Matar, but Plot Twist was used to reset, so we can't force the DS unless we force a hook grab, a grab from a locker or off a pallet. Hook grab. That's not in the game anymore. My bad. But both survivors get the reset. They're probably gonna reset to healthy here. We do spot a survivor running around middle of the map here. We see the scratch marks. I don't think it's possible for our survivors here to pull. Oh my. What is the plan here for our survivors? We're gonna see a blink. This is not going. Oh, what a dead hard! Not quite! The dead hard misses! But the pull still happens! Oppa! Not the dead hard to dodge the lunge. Oh my, and it's just a hook trade. We get the blind. We get the pull while blind by Lisu. No, we got the blink away. We get the pull. Oh my! What has happened here? Our survivors managed to get their survivor off the hook in exchange for another hook stage, putting 2 survivors on death hook here, and putting Matar as the only survivor not on death hook. But, we have 3 injured survivors here against Nurse. The generator is regressing. We have Colubrine on it. 7 stacks as well of Dying Light. So Matar here will have a bit of a... I believe Matar does have faster heal speed, but everyone else will be slower on those gens. We do see Colubrine proc. We see Matar. We go for a swing, but they're not playing the pallet, and they just send it away, away, away towards the other end of the map here, running up towards 9, 10, 11. Maybe they might make it 12. I think the best death spot at this position would be 11 edge map towards 1. Looks like we're forced to drop here as we are scared of the survivors popping that generator. But I have a feeling they... Never mind, my intuition was wrong. I would say they might be doing the generator at 5, but instead they're playing it safe, getting a double reset. Matar buying their team time for that double reset was honestly perhaps turning this from a 4K to a high stage result. But we'll have to see. They have to capitalize off of Matar's ability here to get them that reset. We know that the generator here at the 7 area is very, very pressured. And we know the other gen at 5 had progress, but it might be fully regressed right now. So the gen at 7 is like 50%, or is like 8, sorry. I think this is more 8 than 7, my bad. It's about like 50% at this point after all these regression events. And the generator at 5 might be at 0. Oh no, it is. Our nurse maybe saw a survivor? Oh, Matar here. What a spin! Oh, Matar is kind of insane right now. Like, honestly, 4X's first chase, Matar here throughout this game, absolutely wild. Crazy plays by them. They're forced to go back to this gen. We spot our 2 survivors. We hit a rock without auto-aim. Our survivors here are playing really well in this 1v3, really pressuring the nurse here to keep putting regression events on that generator. And if we're not able to capitalize on a down very soon, we might be looking at high stage result. We do get a down on Matar. I think honestly, Matar is not the person that you want down here. I think Matar is the worst person to down in this situation, but sometimes you gotta take it. As Matar is the Dying Light player, and as well as the other survivors are on Death Hook. Oh, sorry, by Dying Light player, I mean Obsession, which is what Dying Light won't trigger stacks off of. We will be getting the hook very momentarily here. And we will be putting Matar on Death Hook. But, saying this, our survivors do have the gen, I believe, at 50%, the gen at 5. However, the gen at 7 is very, very regressed. They're going to blink and they're going to instantly pull. We're going to see the gen here. We're going to get an eruption kick on it, as well as putting Colubrine on this generator, getting it to start regressing at an accelerated rate. We're looking for a stealthing player. I believe they are around this edge map last we saw. Will we find them? If we find them, this could prove quite problematic for our survivors, but we don't. They managed to successfully stealth it out. Lisu here, I believe, was the one stealthing. We can see our survivors once again getting back on their generators. Vam's here on a generator. Lisu back on their gen at 5. 5. Vam's pressuring 7. Matar nowhere to be seen. We're holding this blink, looking for our survivor. We see them full sending it, and we're going to up the blink back to the gen here. We're probably going to try to erupt this. I believe we're approaching max regression events on this generator. This could be dicey for our killer player. We're going to go get a reset here on Matar, and it's very, very important. Lisu does not get spotted here. We do see a crow land there, so I don't know if Albatross noticed that, but that notifies us the survivor was here about 10 seconds ago. It was at the end of its landing animation, so maybe like 12, 11 seconds ago. Oh my. We're holding a blink. We see a survivor. We don't send it. We're still holding that blink. The survivors are playing an immaculate 1v3 here against the nurse. They're making life for Albatross difficult if they want this 4K. And a big shout out to the team playing it out despite them, despite the opponent's killer hitting that win condition. This is what we love to see. Teams playing for the best result. So big respect to our Shadow Frame survivors, and also the Shadow Frame killer. I mean, the Shadow Frame killers were Lisu and 4X. So like, oh, Lisu. What a vault! Oh, Albatross getting stuck there. That's big for Lisu. A very good hit there on Lisu, but I don't know, that buys the survivors a lot of times on the gens, and it looks like Lisu calls it, not chasing. Vems immediately hops off that generator, going to look towards... I just realized, didn't they kick that? Is the gen unregressible at this point, is what I want to know. We don't have Eruption on the gen here at 7, as we did kick it, and I swear Eruption was available when he did kick it. We do get a hit here on Matar. This is worrying. If Matar dies here, we're stuck in a 1v2 with an injured survivor, despite an unregressible 7 generator at about 70%. I'm not sure if it's possible in the 1v2 against Nurse. We're going for a reset here, Vems. I think our survivors are opting to enter the 1v2 here with full health, with fully healthy survivors. Matar playing out of their mind, dodging another blink. Will Nurse feel pressured to go back to her gen? Oh my! Matar surviving another pair of blinks here. Cheating death, defying the inevitable, making it all the way to the best death spot possible, 1 edge map. Holy! What a play by Matar. I think the only better death spot than this will be like the literal corner of 1. Like between 12 and 1 on the edge map is insane. Our survivors are now on that generator. The question is to Albatross, which generator to go to? I think they're very, very confident it's going to be the 7 generator, as they know it's unregressible. They know they don't have Eruption on there. Our survivors have to be there. We have Vems on the generator. We have Lisu on the generator. We see both survivors sticking it out for a 4K0. We see a firecracker happen. They get the 4K0. Very well played by our survivors, getting the result. Oh my gosh, what a finish to this set here. As we enter our final chase, we hit a wall. Unfortunate auto aim there. I believe if we didn't hit the wall there, I believe the lunge distance was far enough to connect there. Oh my god, getting a 4K0 out of that. Very well played. Shadow Frame survivors, big shout out to them. They played this 1v3, Matar, Vents, and Lisu immaculately. Lisu hitting the unbreakable. It's not over yet. We might see 11 stage. Can Lisu do it? Lisu working away at the gate. Vems probably calling that the killer is on her way. Will they finish the gate in time? Blink 1 is spent. Oh my god, Nurse is right there. She's charging blinks. We have to dodge the blink. Oh, disaster! Not quite. The gate was at 90%. If Vems survived 1 more pair of blinks, Lisu was out. And this will be our final chase of the trial. Ooh, a bit of a whiff there. If Lisu manages to pick Vems in this situation. Ah, not quite. Very, very close here. Lisu playing insane here. Managing to try and get that pick, but unfortunately not quite. Getting the 4K0, almost getting 11 stage 4 fresh. Insane plays by the Shadow Frame survivors, taking that 1v3, playing it as optimally as they can. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Big shout out to them. They played that 1v3 immaculately. But with a win con of 6 stage 4 fresh, or 7 stages, the Archon still takes the set. 2-0. And unfortunately, Shadow Frame will be eliminated as we are in the lower bracket. Hopefully, I hope to see Shadow Frame back next season, as they have been wonderful to cast, wonderful to watch, and wonderful to work with. And I'm very excited to see Archon proceed through the lower bracket as well, as we have, again, exceptional players on both teams. Thank you all for being here. I hope you all had fun with these four games of Wraith and Nurse. And I think the biggest shout out to Albatross on that Nurse game. I'll be so honest. Albatross stealthing there with 4 generators remaining on Death Hook, or was it 4 or 3 generators remaining on Death Hook? Literally about to be found. BT expired. We'll put them in a 1v3 at 3 gens remaining, or 4 gens. Again, I don't exactly remember what is the gen count, but fairly high gen count, 3 or 4. If they died there, we were looking at likely 4Ks. But no, they ran into the 11th tile. I swore I saw 4x. I thought 4x saw the blood. But no, they disappeared into the 11th tile, and Forax lost track of the survivor. Very game winning stealth there. And also a big shout out to Forex's nurse. Their blinks were on point. It's just Archon survivors are just so gen efficient, so good at avoiding detection as well. Again, Albatross stealthing there, immaculate. And a wonderful play by Shadow Frames killers in that. A Shadow Frame survivor in that 1v3. Crazy to get that to a 4K0, a potential 11 stage 4 fresh as well. It was so close. But I hope you guys had fun. Thank you all for being here. You guys are the best. I appreciate everyone that's come to watch, and I appreciate both of the teams here. Yeah, please I hope to see you guys again on our next game of Blood Rush League. Please check out our Discord and follow our Twitch if you're interested in updates when the matches will be happening. We have the match schedule in the Discord. And if you missed any of the matches, all of the matches will be uploaded to YouTube. Some matches, unfortunately, had to be taken offline, but they will be casted over and will be uploaded to YouTube. So if your favorite team, you don't see their match because it's an offline match, please check out Blood Rush League on YouTube. You can find their match there. It will be uploaded for sure. Unless some technical difficulty happens, which has happened, I think, once this season, which is unfortunate. But thank you all for being here. I hope to see you all next time. I'm Mal, one of the owners here in Blood Rush League. Thank you for being here, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. See you guys all next time. Bye!